Hey there! In this episode, we're going to talk about huge hurry. What's your big, audacious, huge hurry? Today is day 292 of the Daily Scareshare. Shorn. Don't even know my name today. Sharon Horn Elstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case we haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. So it's the first time you're being exposed to Pajama Grandma and her awesome cup. Check out this cup. I love this cup. It's got the little sunglass guy in the front. It's got his little rear end and tail on the back. Isn't that funny? And now let me see what it says. It says, can't see what it says. Mischief Maker. Oh, I love that. I love to be a mischief maker. And let's be honest, I'm not super mischievous, but every once in a while, it's like the devil gets in me and I have to make a little mischief, mostly in my own life, but sometimes in other people's lives too. So today, day 292 of the Daily Scareshare, we're going to stretch our comfort zone. Think of something that gets us out of the box that we put ourselves in, or the rut that we might find ourselves living in. And maybe through no fault of our own. Maybe we've just gotten into the everyday routine that isn't very exciting anymore. So today, from the book, Do One Thing a Day That Scares You, I pulled it out and opened it up, and lo and behold, it was the dreaded blank line day. So, often on the dreaded blank line day, and the only thing it said is sensations today. Okay, so what am I feeling today? What kind of sensations am I having today? I don't know yet. I haven't been up that long. My coffee was ice cold. I had to reheat that. I don't know if that counts. So, what I like to do on these days when I don't know what to do is I pull from either a book or I try to find a book or a sayings or something in my environment like this Dream Big plaque that reminds me of a topic that I can talk about, that I can think about, that I can use throughout the day to stretch my comfort zone. But one of my favorite things to do is go to these card decks. I love card decks because they're kind of like the Cliff Note version of books, if you remember what Cliff Notes are. So they pull out all the highlights and the key points of a book and they put them on these cards. Remind me of flashcards when we were kids. Did you like flashcards for learning things when you were a kid? Flashcards and note cards and index cards. I am one of those nerdy people that still uses index cards to plan and organize and do things. This is actually a 30-day challenge that I'm doing for my Supersize Your Business group. And I still use index cards and note cards. So that is part of the reason I love these cards. So I opened up the deck, and this time I grabbed the deck. It's about well-being, and because we all want to be well, right? So I pulled the well-being cards deck off my shelf, and it is the Teachings of Abraham with Esther and Jerry Hicks. It's a 60-card deck. So I shuffle through it, and I pull out a card, and this is what came up today. Handy dandy magnifying glass. What's my big hurry? It's all for joy, all is well. It's got this cute little bunny with an orange flower, and on the back it says, what's the big hurry? You're not ever going to get it done. What are you racing toward? Every single activity that you're involved in is for the one purpose only, and that is to give you a moment of joy. That's why it all exists. Lighten up, laugh more, appreciate more, all is well. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a lot better about this, about not rushing and not hurrying now than I ever was in my past. And I still catch myself rushing and hurrying. I set these goals and timelines for myself where I have to get something done in a certain amount of time, and I always try to do it a little bit faster the next time, and they're ridiculous. They're not necessary, but they're just little challenges for me. But there's other times when I was in a big hurry, and all I did was run from activity to activity, event to event, from the time I got out of bed in the morning to the time I laid down at night. I just ran through my entire life, and there were a couple decades of my life like that. And when I think back to that time, what I remember most is running through my life and how stressed out and freaked out I was all the time because I was trying to get everything done. I had like a 400 item to-do list all the time, and it was like a rotating list. And that didn't count the repetitive things that you had to do as a mom, like take care of your kids, make sure they got to and from school, make sure all their activities were done, take care of your spouse, do laundry, dishes, maintenance around the house, plus work. I mean, it's crazy to think back to that time in my life. And I understand why I was running through it, but now I know that I didn't have to. I thought I had to. We all believe that we have to do all these things, But the truth is, we get to choose what we are and aren't going to pay attention to. We get to choose what we are and are not going to do. We get to decide what we are or are not going to participate in. And I didn't feel back then like I had permission to do that. I felt like I was looking for somebody and something outside of me to give me permission and to direct me in what I should or shouldn't do. And so I, like most people, was letting outside influences determine how busy I was and how much I thought that I had to accomplish. Now, it was all false beliefs that I had adopted along the way of growing up, believing that those were things I needed to do to be successful. Now, I didn't realize that I get to decide what success means for me. And so once I discovered that and learned that, and it was a long road for me and a long journey, but once I had that realization, everything opened up for me. I realized I don't have to speed around anymore. I don't have to be in a big hurry. I don't have to get stressed out in traffic going from point A to point B because I'm going to get there when I get there. If I'm going to be stressed out and worried about being late, I just leave 10 minutes early or a half an hour early and I get somewhere early instead of rushing and hoping that traffic is in my favor and I get there on time. And it's made my life a whole lot better, a whole lot richer, a whole lot fuller, and a whole lot less stressful. So today, ask yourself, what's my big hurry? And is this really important that I rush? Or is there something I can do to set myself up for success time and time again so that I can experience the well-being and be present in the moments that I want to be present for so that they're bringing me joy and happiness and not stress, doubt, fear, or worry? That's it. Have a fantastic day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow for day 293 of the Daily Scare Share. Go on, don't be scared. You got this. Stretch that comfort zone and go for what you want. Bye.